Hello everyone, this is AetherNightmare and welcome back to Honkai Star Rail. So last time we were burdened into the truth, and this time we get to see where that leads us. But first, let's check our messages, seeing as I seem to have gotten a few more. Evil Cultic Disciple. If you see this message on the teleslate, then congratulations, you've cleared the initial test for the enigmatic ceremony I named Golden Scapegoat. You might be already used to the various mysterious phenomena you've encountered in Amphorius. Just like the test you have completed, it was seen as an ill omen and caused many uproars in the world, but as time went on, people gradually learned to ignore it. But if you're like me and wish to discover what secrets lay beneath those goat masks, whether there are powers beyond the Titans dominating our world, and what this world's secrets are according to Evocultism's teachings, then I recommend that you study the Golden Scapegoat along with me and uncover these grand mysteries lost to the people of this world. This is such a religious scam mail. When you pass more challenges, you can find out how to contact me through the teleslate. Like this game, contact me. Anonymous ads everywhere. Don't waste your data. I'm not your target audience. When you pass more challenges, you can find out how to contact me through the teleslate. I didn't actually want to repeat everything, but this cursed teleslate is too limited in function. Well, I just don't know how to use it. Me switching to Android after having a certain specific form of it. And we get Golden Scapegoat. I can't manage to make it automatically message me when you finish the challenge, so I set it to variable first. Please forgive me, it cannot be 1, but I promise it's not bigger than 5. When you finish your challenges at a few different spots, your teleslate will receive my personal information. This way you can contact me in reality if you wish. I'm assuming he means those puzzles. The ones that look like the goat heads. Dear friend, it's a shame that these teleslates aren't as good as seances. A pity I cannot perform such a thing, as I am not a priest. Such troublesome matters cannot be blamed on me. I hope we can uncover the secret behind the Golden Scapegoat. Okay, accepted mission, so that must be an ongoing side quest. Estelle, where's the Astral Express's front door? I mean, how do I get inside? Have you quit your job? Is this a robbery? I mean, it's a train, my dude. They're on the sides. No, I'm on holiday. The General has offered me rest. Rest on the Express? General Feixiao is so kind. I wish the Express conductor would order me to get some rest too. Is she? If you say so. It was an order. I must follow it. I hear that the Astral Express travels all over the universe. I am certain that it will need a cleaner. Cleaner? But that's Pom-Pom's job. You're trying to steal our conductor's job? That's not how I phrased that. Your express conductor can take a rest. He literally can't. Or they, sorry. Fear not. Cleaning and eradicating dirt relaxes me and brings me joy. In my eyes, that is rest. Okay. Come on over. I know Pom-Pom would welcome you happily. Okay. I was going to go over there anyway. Jiaoqiu told me to go from the front entrance. However, that's not my normal style. Therefore, I decided to ask you first of the interest of courtesy. Thank you. So, Mosa wants to come and clean on the Express. I mean, Pom-Pom would probably appreciate the assistance, especially since they like to keep it clean. But yeah, it's widely hinted that Pom-Pom cannot leave the Express, like they're actually stuck on it. Have you ever tried to assassinate your superior on the Astral Express before? Assassinate? Why would I assassinate the conductor for a challenge? Fine. I don't know, he might literally... I did it again. They might literally be the soul of the train. It seems you have a very simple relationship between you. That isn't like my work. Here we have grudges, debts, and gratitude. Superiors and juniors, and lunch for friends. I keep misgendering the rabbit. That's too complicated. Less I know, the better. Superiors and juniors and lunch friends. That's too funny. Regarding vengeance, General Feixiao allows me to challenge her at any time I please. I've attempted to sneak attacks, traps, and public duels, but they've all failed. If you have no experience, I can report that back. Report it back? Report back to General Feixiao that you have no experience with assassinating your superiors. They're kind of my train family. I wouldn't want to do that. I failed to assassinate the General again today. The General suggested that I speak to others to try to come up with new ideas. That's bold. After Inspector? Here's a suggestion. Stop. I think that studying is also a good idea. However, assassination techniques are all about expertise, not quantity. Even if I received your advice, I would need to perfect it myself. Thank you for your response. I shall ask someone else. Oh, by the way, I came across something cute recently. As I was passing the colors store, the store clerk asked me for an autograph. You're famous now? Was it a misunderstanding, or... Your autograph, I want one too. It was a small misunderstanding. Someone who looks like you? Miss Robin's makeup and colors add Miena Vespar bears a resemblance to the attire of young girls from my hometown, leaving even me momentarily lost in nostalgia. And now that I think about it, I miss how those girls would worry about their makeup getting ruined in frequent thunderstorms. Speaking of colors, I found some awesome products there, so I bought them as a small token of my appreciation. I think Miss Himiko will love this rose-colored lipstick, and this spring scenery eyeshadow will be perfect for Miss March. Not only that, they have some hydrating and cleansing products that people are raving about. Thank you. Now spread the word. You're welcome. I'll mail them to you before I forget. Your friend is offline. Your friend is online. Oh, sorry. By the way, do you know where the post office is? Do you need my help? Oh, I found it. It's right behind me. I mean, you could always just put it in the box, too. Okay, there we go. Golden Scapegoat unlocked. But we are going to continue on with Night Stars, Accompany my Slumber. And what do all of these zodiacs mean? I've seen some of them, but not others. Do I need to unlock them, or what?
I swear by the honor of the Chrysos heirs here, that your lives were never in danger. Before the interrogation started, Miss Casterus already sent a message to me, hoping that I would stop Aglaia.
Hoping. Keyword. Also, I'm pretty sure in what I saw through one of the guides I kept open just for time, the sake of time. I don't read it through it the whole time, just if I need to, like, look up something for the sake of time. There was a possibility of failing one of those challenges and getting yourself one of the game's game overs.
Only a select few can sway Lady Aglaia, and Lord Finon is one of them.
But you didn't even apologize. Finon's a big deal, huh?
Oh, please stop. Aglaia. She has long sealed her heart in ice, for Akima's sake. Maybe this is the price of being a demigod. Standing among mortals, yet still so far from them.
So I was right about that. Demigod.
One more thing to explain.
Whoa.
Let's not worry about that for now. You'll soon find out that Amphorius's deepest secrets are all hidden here.
Did the vortex get turned off there? What happened to the background?
Well, first, kindly look upward. What you see right now is the astral zodiac of the Vortex of Genesis, divided into 12 parts that record the flame-chased journey of the Chrysos heirs.
Buddy, I've played Final Fantasy XIV. I'm used to it.
The 12 vacant signs symbolize the 12 titans of Amphorius, while each illuminated constellation represents one core flame that mankind has restored to its rightful place.
There are 6 restored core flames. You're already halfway through your journey?
The generations before us paid a heavy price for that. The journey of the Chrysos heirs once faced immense hurdles and made no progress for a very long time. It was Aglaia and Trebi who rallied the Chrysos heirs from all over the world once again, leading us to re-embark on this prophesized journey.
And they are the only 2 demigods in the Holy City.
Shouldn't it be the only 4? Well, I mean, Trebi is technically, I think, one entity? So what exactly is a demigod?
Worry not. I haven't forgotten about that. In the past, the Titans were the pillars of the world. Yet the prophecy's revelation is that these 12 pillars must be shattered and the world's order reconstructed. But here's the problem. After the fall of the old gods, someone must hold up the broken pillars, and fill the vacant seats until the coming of the miracle of Genesis. Otherwise, the entire world will collapse before the prophecy comes true. Aglaya and Tribi have already laid their own gods to rest, making them now both human and divine, as well as the bearers of Amphorius' fate.
I see, so you kill these so-called gods, and you obtain a fraction of their power. Sounds like quite a responsibility. Will you also become a demigod? You mentioned pursuing the Strife Titan.
So that's what you meant by your core flame.
Bringing down the Titans, retrieving the core flames, and filling the vacant seats. This is the mission of the Chrysos heirs, and I'm following in the footsteps of those two.
Mission. Huh.
When it comes to the 12 Titans, no words can describe them more vividly than the whispers within the constellations. Why not step forward and listen to them for yourselves?
Listening to the voices of the constellations. Is that really possible?
Only one way to find out.
Move closer, listen carefully, and you may just catch the whispers echoing in the void. How about you start with the Lance of Fury, and the voice of Nikador?
Chrysos heirs, demigods. Is what's written in the prophecy truly Amphorius' only possible fate? Sorry, I was just thinking out loud. Please, step closer and listen to the voices of the Titans.
Okay, Tides of the Basin. The day is silent and the darkness has taken the stage. Flames rise higher and the drums fall like rain. Warriors soaked in golden blood, their cloaks tattered. Bronze shields you and brass echoes my sorrow. Listen to the voices of the constellation or enter title bounty. 3 Titans of Calamity. They were born peace and laid tranquility into chaos. They gave the destruction and survival of all things. The Stellar Shrine of Titans contains 4 major quadrants. Press to switch to the next quadrant. Press to peek into the secrets of the Titans. What? You done? Lance of Fury Nikador. Nikador is the Titan of Strife and Competition. According to the mythology of the Chrysos heirs, they declared war on the gods and cast the world into endless strife. However, battle also took its toll on the war god, and the divine corpus was corroded by the black tide, and they fell into endless madness. As their rage and ambition were never quelled, their Titankin legion still roamed the land, waging war against imaginary enemies. Nikador is a noble warrior that wears pure white sacred armor. Legend has it that the Lance of Fury that they wield can raise even the most powerful and prosperous city to the ground. Their bloodthirsty temperament also has made them a god of blood and sacrifice. Warriors gather under them and yearn to follow Nikador into war and achieve an honorable death. Their disciples built a fortress known as the Castrum Kremnos that brings turmoil and fear to the world, much like their god. There was once a time when the war god was also a symbol of protection, using extreme violence to extinguish strife and using war to maintain the balance of Amphorius. The Queen of Whimsy, Zagreus. The core flame of trickery has been returned. Okay, so this one's Ares. This one is probably Hermes. Zagreus is the Titan of lies and fortune. According to the mythology of the Chrysos heirs, their entry into the Pantheon was a complete accident. They once stole Minstia's seat and disguised themselves as Minstia to be worshipped. The true Zagreus is often depicted as a two-faced god who is both smiling and crying. His two parts are much like the coexistence of lies and truth in the world. One cannot exist without the other. Zagreus has no interest in fulfilling their divine duties. They love to cause divisions in the path of the gods and play tricks to sow chaos and disorder. They do not have their own altars or temples either. This is because even Zagreus' disciples would not worship such a god. Thus, they have become the god of the poor and the unremarkable. Yeah, it's totally. That's definitely Hermes. Although I think he did actually have some temples. Legend states that they often appear in the barren desert areas to provide people with unpredictable opportunities and change. Before settling on a long journey, people would often curse the name of Zagreus to reduce the chances of them encountering thieves or ill fortune. They would often offer up prayers in times of suffering in the hopes of everything suddenly turning around. This is precisely the reason that they are tolerated. Nothing is perfect and no truth remains eternal. Change and carelessness can be fatal, but they can also be a savior in critical moments. The Hand of Shadow, Thanatos. It's probably automatically Hades. Thanatos is the Titan of Death and Annihilation, I could tell by the name. And no one knows their true form. For the dead cannot relay legends to the living, it is said that their touch causes flowers to wither, soil to crack, metal to corrode, and flesh to turn into ash, everything shrouded in thick, dark mist and disintegrating into the meaningless fragments. Though the Chrysos heirs consider themselves demigod by blood, they cannot escape the inevitable fate of organic life, which is death. The River of Souls seeks out death and forms a path to the underworld across barren fields, where war claims too many lives and the souls have nowhere to rest. The tides of the River of Souls surge into the land, with Thanatos steering a ship to claim the wealth of the deceased and guide them to the afterlife. They are believed to be second in justice only to Talaton, as they only take the excess from the gods without robbing the deceased of the assets they need to reach the afterlife. As night falls upon the world, death and darkness becomes the rulers of Amphorius. An unknown black tide rises in great waves, swallowing the mortal realm and shattering the balance between the nether realm and the living world. The wandering spirits and monsters across many battlefields trapped between life and death seem to signify that even Thanatos, the keeper of death, is powerless before this force. The Pillar of Stone Georios. The core flame of Earth has been returned. Georios is the Titan of Earth. The skies and the seas were also born from their dormant breath. Chrysosaur mythology believes that every mountain range was once a physical manifestation of Georios. They are the largest, gentlest, and most benevolent Titan that protects the mortal world. Legend states that when the black tide descended, their mountain peaks rised and caused huge ravines to open up. They were split into pieces and unable to ever reawaken. Georios is also the god of agriculture and history. They gifted their body to the Titans to become the cornerstone of the creation of life. When death and famine raged, they ignored the wrath of Circes and shared knowledge of agriculture with the people of the world. This knowledge stuck with the Amphorius for millennia. People often use the hourglass to commemorate the benevolent deity. Not wishing for any kind of compensation, Georios has always been silent to the face of the praise of mortals. The mountain dwellers and dromasses of Amphorius are all creations of Georios. The clumsy Titan never quite grasped the finer points of creation and always made their creatures far too big. However, at the same time, their creations also absorbed Georios' natural disposition to become tacit and kind. If there were anything that could send such a Titan into a rage, it would be foolish actions such as damaging the earth or the crops. Okay, that one would be, what's her name? Penelope, or, no, what is her name? Hades' frickin' wife, and also, her mother. Why is it stuck in my head? Persephone, there we go. My brain was stuck on Penelope. Persephone and Demeter is who I'm thinking of in my head due to harvest and agriculture, though I don't know if that's who this one is referring to. Like I said, I'm just having fun. The Chalice of Plenty, Fagusa. The core flame of ocean has already been returned. Fagusa is the Titan that controls oceans and storms, as well as the master of honey brew and banquets. They are capable of freely moving bodies of water across any part of Amphorius as they please, according to the mythology. They are a capricious and pleasure-obsessed god that sees the oceans as a place of alcoholic revelry. What if we turn the whole ocean into wine? They have an eternal rivalry with the Earth Titan Georios, with no hope of making peace. That being said, just total opposite personalities. That being said, Fagusa also bears the duty of washing clean the filth of the world. Baths that have received the benediction of the Titan are not only cleaning the body of impurities, but can also cleanse the wounds of the soul. They have become an irreplaceable joy in the lives of Amphorius' people. At the same time, Fagusa is also the god of banquets and drunkenness. They passed the art of brewing to humanity and taught them the first songs and dances with the ocean breeze and waves. Some of these might also be multiple gods from Greek mythology, like fused together. They passed the art of brewing to humanity, taught the first songs and dances with the ocean breeze and waves. In the baths and banquet halls of Amphorius, people often sing and imbibe as a ritual dedicated to the mother of the oceans. Fagusa enjoys roaming the mortal world. They appear as the waves of the ocean, the deluge of rivers, and the goblets of banquets to bring song, dance, and laughter. It is said that Fagusa will occasionally appear the long-distance sailing ships and invite their Titan kin to feast along the sailors. The only problem is after every banquet, the intoxicated Titan will whip up huge waves and keep the sailors awake throughout the night. The Eye of Twilight, Aquila. Aquila, the Titan of the sky, celestial bodies, and the cycle of day and night, was also the Titan that once had the largest realm. They reside above the heavens of Amphorius, encompassing and watching over the entire world. In most legends, Aquila's pride does not obscure their kindness. They gaze upon humanity, warming the earth and bringing down life-giving rain. However, they can also transition to the most fearsome calamity, harshest punishment any who dare to overcome the sky. In the Tales of Amphorius, Aquila is depicted as a colossal sky bird with 100 eyes, where their eyes open, lights filling the world, and then their eyelids fall. Darkness envelops the land. So this one's like a mix between Apollo and something else. In the War of the Calamity of Titans, many of Aquila's eyes were blinded. This is why many city-states in Amphorius are now shrouded in eternal night. Aquila is also the god of creation and invention, credited with creating the mechanical beasts scattered across the land. Engineers and mathematics frequently pay homage to the 100-eyed deity, hoping to receive inspiration and enlightenment from their blessings. Throne of Worlds, Kefali. Kefali is the omniscient, omnipotent god of original creation that holds up the skies. It is said that they were once a monarch that sat atop a throne, but now they are the god that bears the dawn device, and everyone in Accompany is to see their great form. Kefali was born from a combination of lightning bolts from the skies, Zeus, striking the spine of the earth. They were then given the duty of the creation of life. The first humans of Amphorius were created in Kefali's own image and given life. Kefali loved these tiny beings so deeply that the majestic figure would always remain in the mortal world to accompany them. Yes, accompany. Chrysa's heirs believe that Kefali is the symbol of diviners and heroes. They are the father of all heroes and the form of all deliverers who eventually take. It is said that Kefali abandoned their throne, ruling over the world, just to become a ray of light for the people of Accompany. There's a romantic legend that circulates through the holy city. When the world is in crisis, Kefali will once again open their eyes and lead the people to victory against the black tide to create the heavens and earth once more. Chrysalis of Gold, Menestia. The core flame of romance has already been returned. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say, oh gosh, what's her name? I see her image in my brain. She's the really obvious one for really obvious reasons. I can't think of name. Not Eros. Aphrodite. Thank you. I'm like, it's the really obvious one that I can see in my brain, but I can't get the name out. Menestia is the Titan that symbolizes beauty and love. Their appearance is often illustrated as a beautiful and elusive butterfly with golden patterns carved into their wings. Is that what I've been chasing around? They and their Titankin pursue beauty in the world, weave it into the golden thread, and spin the romances of humankind and grant everyone in Amphorius love and affection. Legend states that Menestia fell in love with the Reason Titan, Circes. They sat under the great tree for a long time, endlessly confessing their love to the Titan, but Circes never responded. Menestia passed away, crying tears of, will not scroll, tears of blood, and arose reborn from their golden cocoon as a humanoid figure. Covering themselves with their broken cocoon, they set on a journey around Amphorius with the blessing of their kin. Finally, Menestia returned from their adventures with the love of family, friends, and true love gathered around the world, wove them into the golden chrysalis along their body and heart, and gifted them to Circes. In the arms of their lover, they were reborn as the chrysalis of gold. Ever since this moment, the butterfly and the tree have been inseparable and dependent on each other for their survival. Today, Shadows of the past are cast across the ancient ruins. These shadows that drift like scattered veils carry memories of the past. They are legacies that must not be lost. The divine powers of Menestia gather these threads and weave them together one by one to reveal destiny and prophecies. Bow of Rift, Circes. It's the master of wisdom, intellect, and vegetation. What's the one with the owl? Literally daughter of Zeus. Athena. They wield authority over ecologies, knowledge, and rationality, and people refer to them as the hermit in search of wisdom. Nature is Circe's courtyard and also their library. They allow people to study and rest there and convey the knowledge to the ignorant tirelessly and generously. It is under their guidance that civilization and cities began in Amphorius. Circe graces the world in the form of a grand and holy tree. Where they take root, vegetation sprouts to become a massive forest. And here, scholars walk by their side, enlightened in reason and thinking and debate, creating courts in search of new learning. They also gifted a seed to Kafale, allowing it to become the Garden of Wisdom and allowing scholars to seek the Titan's wisdom, even if they stand far from the holy tree. Circe's power infuses every last plant in Amphorius, from branches and vines to the very last leaves themselves, in accordance with the pact they struck with Gyrios. They mediate life, allowing for greenery and soil to be the perfect balance. Upon accepting their blessing, plants can also gain the rationality to debate humans. This warns people to remain humble, for the truly wise might be the quiet ones around you. Interesting that these both have feminine voices. I know there's technically no gender tied to them, but hooray for Yuri lovers. Next. Gate of Infinity, Yanis. The core flame passage has been returned. Yanis is the titan of passages and roads. They know the existence and ends of all paths. Yanis' power can open the doors to all broken mortal worlds, create non-existent paths, and point to unseen directions. Yanis is the god most revered by humanity amidst the three Fate Titans. I was gonna say, Fate Titans are probably what trivia is under. Compared to the shapeless Talenton and the silent Oronyx, they are more willing to guide humans. They're also the first god that woke from the chaos in myths. They created roads and connected cities. The passages that Yanis rules over are not just doors humans traverse through, but they're also the path that connects destiny. They reveal fate through prophecies and point the way forward for humanity. Yanis made countless roads, as well as countless choices. They guide humans to the correct path so mankind will avoid the destiny of confusion. It is said due to the vow between Yanis and Thanatos that the souls of the dead can be ferried towards the next life at the end of all things. However, per the laws created by Tantalon, blessings came hand in hand with curses. Very few are aware that the god's door is also the god of isolation and imprisonment. Yeah, because it's usually Charon that ferries the souls across. The Scale of Justice, Talenton. The core flame of law has been returned. Talenton is the titan of law and justice. They rarely appear in the mortal world in physical form, and are almost no records of them in legend. People often say that they are the rules of destiny, the law of all things, and the divine retribution for violation of such rules and laws. Talenton is seen as a manifestation of justice. They uphold the taboos and boundaries of Amphorius, and lay down logic and laws for all things. They created balance coins to ensure that all transactions are equivalent exchange. They maintain the balance of the world. Any action that would damage these laws will be subject to retribution, just as a scale that never tilts. All things must be free of excuses. If one wishes to obtain, they must first lose. If you wish to receive the benediction of this titan, you must pay for the cost. Some people end up being transformed into terrifying monsters. For this reason, the gods often view them as the mediator of strife. When a dispute between titans cannot be resolved, only their judgment is able to satisfy their kin. Okay. Who's mediator? Harmonia symbolized peace and concord, but as much as it's a half-fit, there sort of reminds me of Hera with the vengeance that comes along with the justice. Could be Themis. a titaness that personifies divine law, order, and custom. She is the daughter of Uranus and Gaia and the second wife of Zeus, whom she advised on a matter of justice. Themis is often depicted with the sword and scales and a symbol of divine righteousness, with their symbols like the sword of justice and the scales representing the balance between good and evil and the separation of guilt from appropriate punishment. I mean, maybe she's more vindictive than I realized. I guess I can't call it vindictiveness if she sees it as technically an equivalent exchange. But yeah, it's probably Themis. But it does remind me a little bit of how Hera acts too. Zeus and his wives of, I will enact justice on you, meanwhile Zeus causing problems. Where was I? Just as a scale that never tilts, all things must be free of excess. If one wishes to obtain, they must first lose. If you wish to receive the benediction of this titan, you must pay a cost. Some people end up being transformed into terrifying monsters. For this reason, the gods often view them as a mediator of strife. With a dispute between titans cannot be resolved, only their judgment is able to satisfy their kin. Talenton has bound Amphorius with a strict laws, they them with an equally strict vow to never allow for favoritism or injustice. They and their disciples act according to this vow, sentencing those who break their vows or violate boundaries to punishment, even if the subject of this judgment is another titan. Okay, so... Great Cut of Passage. Dang. Fate? Yeah, the Morii or Fates are the three sisters named Clotho. I'm gonna butcher this. Lachesis and Atropos, the embodied divinity by weaving the thread of life, with Clotho spinning the thread, Lachesis measuring the lifespan, and Atropos cutting it. Although the gods sometimes interfere with fate, the Fates are a powerful force, often considered to be more powerful than the gods themselves, as they remain in charge of the natural order of life and death. And last one, the Veil of Evernight, Oronix. Oronix is the titan of time and night. Before the first dawn, created by Aquila, the world was caged in the purest darkness. When the borders, I mean, this is probably just Nyx. If you take this out of the name, it's just literally Nyx. When the borders of day and night were separated, the young Oronix jolted awake from the newborn concept of time, heading towards the outer reaches of Amphorius alone. There they materialized as the Evernight Veil, and henceforth remained afar from humanity, quietly spending their time managing the fabric of time. In the myths told by the Chrysos heirs, Oronix is the most secretive titan. Akin to the bottomless darkness itself, artists are thus entranced by the titan, because the scintillating dots of the light in the dark sky can awaken one's desire to understand the things unbeknownst. As the titan with a mastery over time, Oronix supports all things past, present, and future of this world, allowing for the circulation of all things. They also collect many eroded memories to prevent them from being forgotten. So this one is technically part of Remembrance. Just looking up Greek. Oops, not literally Greek time. It is currently 8:46 a.m. in Greece. Is that what I... Chronos. Like a mix of Chronos and Nyx. Supports past, present, and futures. They collect many eroded memories. Oronix's priests can evoke incredible miracles with their secret rituals capable of bringing in the past in the very present. They also can gain oracles of the future from their titan, even though the echoes across the eternal veil. Yeah. For night is Nyx. So this is a mix of Chronos and Nyx. And this is the one whose power I've been using in the game. As the echoes of constellations fall silent, the next sound to meet your ears is waves. The unfamiliar call carries a longing to take your soul's essence into the pool. Enter the tidal bounty. Oh, this is our thing for getting our new cores. Yes, switching modes is forbidden. Yes, yes. In the exploration of Amphorius, celestial ambrosia can be obtained through various means, such as completing Trailblaze missions, adventure missions, world missions, opening treasures in the world, defeating spirit thieves, Bartholos that occasionally appear, collecting creation imps, and solving the brain teasers of the Varix Leo. So basically all the overworld stuff. Devolve into the celestial ambrosia in the water to raise the offering level and gain rewards. So this is where we find all this. Submit celestial ambrosia to increase the offering level and obtain rewards. So we have 1,075. And we can get a whole boatload of stuff. Nothing quite new. I'm one off from getting my ascension there. Ah! The water returns to its serene state. How curious. It appears that you have to bring the celestial ambrosia back here the next time to get something nice. Hey, the vortex is back. It's returned! Where did it go?
So? Did you hear it?
I did.
The first time I heard the voices of the Titans, I was just the boy playing with swords, oblivious to the meaning of life.
It's okay, I'm really rusty on my Greek mythology too. It's been like 15 years, man.
To this day, I still don't know why the prophecy chose me. But I'm grateful for it. Without this journey, I might have already become a wandering soul on the battlefield. Alright, that's enough of my story. I want to extend a heartfelt invitation to you. Join the Chrysos heirs and aid us in hunting down Nikedor and retrieving the core flame from the Titan of Strife. If you still harbor doubts, I'll do my best to provide you with answers.
Yeah, I took a Greek mythos class in high school, but that was 16 years ago. How are the Chrysos heirs chosen?
Unfortunately, the workings of the prophecy still remain a mystery to us all. The only reliable speculation is that it favors those caught in dire circumstances and bestows miracles upon them.
I don't know, because my dire circumstance doesn't seem any more dire than anybody else's. I mean, yeah, I am not from here and I got trapped on your planet, but I'm facing the same trials as everyone else here of potentially getting swallowed by the darkness. Where are other Chrysos heirs in the world?
Legend has it that the first Chrysos heir was born millennia ago. Since then, the Chosen Ones began to walk this earth. Then came the Chrysos War. A conflict backed by the gods, yet one that brought much bloodshed and claimed many heroes. By the time of my birth, the tales of the Chrysos heirs had become more like legends than historical accounts. If there are others called forth by the prophecy, I trust that fate will guide them to us.
How do you plan to fight Nikedor?
Armed with courage and unwavering resolve, our quest will begin as soon as Trian locates Castrum Kremnos. Without a doubt, it will be a momentous battle to the death. Prepare yourselves.
I've got it all figured out. I don't, but...
The path ahead is bound to be perilous, and I won't impose my will upon you. Yet, if you choose to stay, I, Finam, from Aedes Elysiae, will spare no effort to bridge the gap between you and the Chrysos heirs.
So I gotta kill a god and take its place.
Thawing the ice in Lady Aglaya's heart won't be easy.
Why does the sky keep turning off?
But I will do my best as well.
I'll leave the final decision to you.
I don't know if it's supposed to be doing that or if my graphics card just doesn't like this place. You have any comments? You're letting me make the decision? Seriously? Any comments?
I trust Finan, but I trust your judgment more.
But I don't even go here. Stay on Amphorius or leave Amphorius. I mean, I probably don't get a choice, do I? I would kind of doubt it, all things considered. At least 2 questions. I feel like if I leave... yeah, if I leave, I get a joke ending. The credits will roll if I leave. Return to the starting screen, return to before speaking with Phanon. With the option removed. Okay, so if I leave, it gives you a joke ending. Do I want to do that? Just for the funnies? I kind of want to see it just for funsies.
So you'll end things here? Are you sure about that?
Just kidding. We have to press on in our trailblazing expedition. I'm tired. I just want to go. I don't know if it keeps track of these. That's the other thing, though. Somebody else will probably keep track of the joke endings.
That's wonderful to hear. You truly are the hope of Amphorius. I've always believed that the journey of the Chrysos heirs is not meant to be the saga of a select few, and that we must unite all potential allies, especially heroic figures like you.
You guys have no idea how hard it is for me to choose bad endings. Like, I am always so paranoid about messing something up. Even now, it's like, if there's some secret friendship mechanic that I don't know about, did I already mess it up just by doing that alone?
Once we triumph in the battle against Nikedor, that should dispel Aglaya's doubts.
Lord Finon, our guests seem quite weary. Should we have them return to the bath chamber for some rest?
My apologies, I got a bit carried away. It's been a long first day for you here on Amphorius. Be sure to rest well in the bath chamber. I trust that Trianne will have returned with news about Castrum Kremnos by the time the two of you are fully recharged.
Well, that was a lot of drama for one day.
Yes, and my own
Let's go.
status as a...
With Finan's guarantee, we can at least take a moment to rest without any worries.
My own status as a Libra makes itself known. I kind of feel like we might have forgotten something. We've got to take a photo of this place for March 7th.
I almost forgot. A good thing you still remembered that. Let's capture the spectacle of the Vortex of Genesis.
Even though it's very similar to that one meme. It's a very strict code of ethics, except nobody can figure out what the heck it is.
Be sure to rest well in the bath chamber. I trust that Trianne will have returned with news about Castrum Kremnos by the time the two of you are fully recharged.
I'm sorry. I hope you can forgive me for my actions earlier. I had to follow Lady Aglaya's instructions to avoid arousing her suspicion.
Why did she choose you to be the executioner?
Because I am the shadow of death. I'm sorry, but I prefer not to delve into such a heavy topic at the moment. Please follow Lord Finan's suggestion and return to the bath chamber for some rest. If you're interested in hearing more of the world's voices, feel free to prolong your stay in the vortex.
Anyway, start taking photo. The totems of the 12 Titans stand like 12 pillars of watchful, imperious eyes, overseeing the world that they forged, nurtured, and ultimately brought to ruin. When the 12 constellations align and shine, the miracle that the Chrysos heirs speaks will illuminate, or so their prophecies claim. A little crooked, but
Alright.
successful.
All the constellations of the 12 Titans are in there. Time to head out.
Okay. Go to Amphorius, Holy City, Akama.
This place holds such fond memories. Care to reminisce?
What did that say? I like to tie people in my dream? Not when I was digitally. I'm used to that being achievements in Genshin, my bad. Where are achievements? Warp friends achieved. These are all battle things. Some of these I got just because of the trials. But you know, free stellar jades are free stellar jades. Akuma does not believe in tears. It does not attack, but it can hurt you in another way. Get hit by a statue during your exploration of Amphorius. Of course, Aha's achievements are all the very silly things. Attain the audio record Divine Echo Ocean. Repair any living flame. 3 statues. Uncover more secrets hidden within the constellations. View the Titan Constellation Index in the Vortex of Genesis. Just in time. Obtain a memory crystal shard for the first time. Listen to people's conversations. Obtain the readable item Fleet Primer. Maybe I haven't obtained these in a while. Obtain the Miracle Orb's Illumination. Butterflies and souls, unstolen flame into the currents of time. This all seems to be completion status. Is it Trailblaze? Baby with face covered in gold. This time your deeds will make Akavilli proud. Place your first space anchor. I like to tie people in my dream. There we go. Like, hello. Survive Aglaya's interrogation. Calm your mood and rest up. Calm your mood. You almost died, but you know, go rest.
Oh, so much has happened today. What? Do I have something on my face?
Today you talked more than you did in the entire 3 worlds before this.
Well, since the talkative one isn't around, someone has to take her place. But it's been a long day for me too. So let's get through the review quickly.
Agreed.
By estimation, it took us about 20 system hours to figure out the current conditions on Amphorius and build connections with the locals. A pretty good start. But I feel that there's more to everything than meets the eye. Even the Chrysos heirs themselves aren't as unified as we imagined.
Is it too late to bail now? We're looking at things through a clouded lens. Wasn't expecting Aglaya to be that ruthless. We are looking through it through a clouded lens though, because we don't have the same degree of information on this that they do.
Aglaya's verbal attack on us was also quite sudden, and there might be a reason behind it. With all these doubts in our minds, we can only just do our best. There's no right answer to the Trailblaze after all. All we can do is dive into this world and take things one step at a time. Plenty of questions are still up in the air, but my brain is too tired to handle them. Finance right. Let's call it a day and save them for tomorrow.
It kind of looks really uncomfortable to sleep on as somebody who likes to sleep on their front in the meantime.
Aggie, this campaign is going to turn out fine, right?
Do not harbor doubt, teacher. As the interpreter of the prophecy for the Chrysos heirs, any uncertainty in your words may undermine people's resolve.
All right. But it's just you and us here. By the way, Aggie, I was actually wondering, when you were in the vortex earlier with them, were you actually going to...
Certainly not.
Phew, that's good to know.
Why even bother to ask? If you were truly convinced of my intent to harm them, you would have intervened.
Is this framing deliberate in order to make her look extra divine?
You sure don't miss a thing. We're just curious. What is really going through your head, Aggie?
Initially, my plan was to use the threat of banishment to test their resolve and perseverance. But I noticed a sense of unease in Castris. She trusted in them, and even reached out to Finan in secret, believing I was unaware. Therefore, I took advantage of the situation and changed the threat from banishment to execution to see if the two could remain firm under the most extreme pressure. Simultaneously, it might also strengthen their bonds with Finan and Castris.
Do you have to go to such lengths for the battle against Nikador?
It's no big deal. I just changed it from banishment to execution, as if there's no big difference between the two. Thanks. Jeez.
That's going to make it a lot tougher for you to gain their trust.
That's not important. You and I will eventually step off the stage and leave Anforius' fate in the hands of others. That's the future you foresee, isn't it?
Yeah.
The prophecy of deliverance is nothing if not ambiguous. It urges us to defy the gods, yet refrains from providing a clear glimpse of what lies ahead. Right now, it is people's faith in the prophecy that unites them around the Chrysos heirs. Should a time come when their faith is shaken, all will crumble. Hence, we must be prepared. When our task is to craft the armor for the Deliverer, what harm is there if you and I don humble attire?
Eggie, have you noticed? You keep saying you don't believe in humanity's altruism, but your actions are a counterexample.
Perhaps it's because my humanity is distancing itself from me. Another never-ending dawn. How bright is the day, and how long is the night. The golden thread hangs unusually silent today, as if the heavens, earth, and ocean are all holding their breath. Could they be mourning the impending downfall of a titan? Unwinding in a bath sounds appealing now. Would you care to join me?
Let's go, Aggie. When have we ever been able to say no in all these hundreds of years?
Oh, it's my Pokemon.
What's that sound?
Sound? Who? That?
Who's
Which?
talking?
Calm down. This time? Next time?
Memmy.
Tell me who you are. Is that you, Stellaron? Trying to sleep here.
Mem?
Who?
Memmy.
Who is? You? I? Who am I? Broken,
Memmy.
lost, want, complete.
Memmy. Mem.
Sleep. Go sleep.
Memmy.
Disturb. Should not.
Memmy.
Am I dreaming? Feels like there's been a voice talking in my head all night.
Your Pokemon wants to wake you up.
I should probably mention this to Don Hung.
Do each Chrysos heirs get a Pokemon? Does the god become the Pokemon?
You're finally awake. About time.
I slept in pretty late. It's so bright outside. Yeah, this probably doesn't have a nighttime around here. Have you been up for a while?
Yes, I wake up easily when it's too bright outside. The sky has been like this since we arrived at the Holy City.
We need to get you one of those eye masks for sleeping during the day.
Did you sleep well?
Dan's like, I like it cold and dark, like the bottom of the ocean. There was this voice in my dream.
A voice? The voice of the Stellaron again? Or...
It sounded like an animal, but somehow I could understand it. I couldn't really make it out. It was like it was speaking in riddles. It was pretty cute, unlike the Stellaron. We all know what the Stellaron looks like.
That sounds a bit contradictory. Keep note of whatever you can remember. This strange dream might be connected to the rules of this world. While you were asleep, I did some thinking. I believe the most pressing concern is still how the people of Amphorius view what's beyond the sky. Unfortunately, contacting the Express might not be feasible for a while.
Oh, we still can't technically communicate. Ignore my texting then. If we fly out of Amphorius, will we also incur the wrath of the gods? Probably.
Yes. In the worst case, the entrance to Amphorius is a one-way door, letting people in, but not out. Oh, there's a new message.
Oh, so you get to get the messages. Did you both get a good rest? Oh, it's never mind. It's an Amphorius message. I kind of forget that they have phones. The rest wasn't great. Oh, it's you. Fully recharged, I guess. I'm ready to tackle something big. Nice, you're all fired up. The room conditions are great and it's comfortable to rest here. Is there something you want to discuss with us? I've got some good news. Teacher Trian has located Castrum Kremnos. Hurry to the Chrysos Heir's bath in the Memorial Palace, and let's get ready to take on Nikador. You can both rest a bit longer. No rush. Take it easy.
Well, I wasn't expecting the expedition to set off after only a night of rest. Let's set the questions aside for now. The Chrysos Heirs are getting ready to mobilize.
Okay, let me just check one thing.
Memories seem to be different again.
Because we should be pretty close to the next thing for the end of the episode. Up top. Up top. Where on earth am I going? Ooh, gang's all here. Okay, this is the top of that bath.
Hey, great to see you here.
Trusting our fates to two strangers? Is this madness or folly?
Maybe both. You should really make more friends, Mighty.
Heroes, your attention, please. Trian has returned with news. For the first time in many years, we have dispersed the fog around Castrum Kremnos and verified its location. The awaited moment has finally arrived for the Chrysos Heirs. Our path forward is now clear. Vanquish Nikador, the violent Lance of Fury, and bring the core flame of strife back to Akama to fuel the prophesized miracle. This is an arduous mission, and I must heed the voices of all to determine the best candidates for this campaign. Should you harbor any thoughts, this is the moment to bring them forth.
I, Finan, of Aedes Elysiae, wish to join the crusade against Nikador. Furthermore, I recommend the two warriors from foreign lands. They have fought alongside me against Nikador's double, and I have full faith in their bravery.
Also, about the tattoo, should I be concerned about that? Is it just the aesthetic, or is it something else? That sounds really dangerous. Is it too late to back out? Guess we have no choice but to give it our all.
Are you still not used to it? This is the destiny of a trailblazer.
I, Mighty from Castrum Kremnos, volunteer to join. Nikador has become corrupted over the years. Their pride waning, but their might endures. Victory only lies in assembling a full-fledged army.
I'm willing to join as well, to help guide departing souls and ease everyone's burdens.
I concur with your opinion. Though their divinity has faded, Nikador remains a formidable adversary. Yet, I cannot jeopardize all of your lives in one single battle. As we speak, the Hand of Shadow remains missing. The Eye of Twilight is still coveting our land, and Circes and Orynyx present significant threats, despite their lack of overt hostility toward humanity. Even with 2 demigods protecting the Holy City, the risk is too great. Hence, Castris, you must remain here. Your place is not on the front lines, and the battlefield is best left to the warriors.
I understand.
As for the 2 foreign warriors, select one to accompany you, Finan. Placing both esteemed guests on the front line would not be proper.
She excels in wielding a range of weapons, and her flaming lance has quelled the enemy's advances multiple times. Mighty and I are both better at offense, so from a tactical standpoint... Would you be willing to fight alongside us?
Let's do this. I might not be tanky enough, though. We could try letting Dan Heng talk. I'll just say sure, because I think Dan Heng is already set on this.
No objections. Aglaya, the 3 of us will take on the mission to hunt down the Titan.
I'm officially meddling in other worlds.
Castrum Kremnos was your home. Your people were once Nikador's followers. Yet, you've chosen to turn to Akima and dedicate yourself to the prophecy. Do you swear, upon Kefali's body, to make this mission of the Chrysos heirs your foremost duty?
When Nikador succumbed to madness, they stopped being a god to my people. I will use my wrath as a human to strip that god of their authority. As for the core flame, and that soon-to-be vacant divine throne, if that is the object you desire, you can have it. I have no interest in becoming a replacement god.
How generous! But I'm not the type to accept charity, so I'll definitely be the one who deals the final blow through Nikador's heart.
Of all the gods to be, I would assume you'd want that one.
The party that will embark on the expedition to Castrum Kremnos is decided. Finan from Ides Elysiae, Mighty from Castrum Kremnos, and the distinguished guest from the Outlands. I, Aglaya from Akima, Chrysos heir and the demigod who bears Nestia's divine authority, hereby bless your journey ahead. Trian will open the gate that will lead you to Castrum Kremnos. May the golden thread guide you on your journey and bring you safely home. It is by the will of the gods that you stood on Akima's side in the end.
I mean, technically, because I literally can't say no without game overing myself. Which means I guess I'm following that dang script from, whatever path. Who possesses the dang black cat? I'm having issues with names today. Eos? I thought you didn't trust me.
You are Finan and Mighty's companion. So long as they're willing to entrust you with their lives, my trust in you doesn't matter. Go. Stand with the 2 Chrysos heirs. Akima has need of a true god of war. It's time for the mad god Nikador's reign to end.
Please, come back victorious. I'll pray for you. May your steps be ever quicker than death's relentless pursuit.
Thanks. I know it's a compliment, but also, youch.
I plan to stay here for a while and learn more about Amphorius from Lady Trebe. You'll handle the action, and I'll deal with the research. We each have a role to play.
Shall we have a goodbye hug? I guess? Dan Heng refuses your proposal with silence. Dude, I die nearly every single trailblaze. I could at least get a hug. Even a platonic, just friend hug. Is Mighty and Phanon around here to talk to? Guess not. Something's down there. Oh, those are just the warriors. Okay, speak to Tribby and get ready to go to Castrum Krumnos. Technically, it's the end of the quest.
Blow, wind, blow! All the way to Castrum Krumnos! Woohoo! Snowy, D, let's fly together! All the way across!
It's just kind of hard for me because I know, because I'm looking where the breaks are going to be, like, this is a good stopping point, but at the same time, it's like, technically, the quest isn't over.
We don't have wings on our backs, Trian. Can you open a gate for us?
Oh, a gate! Oh, boring. Alright, let's open a gate! Century gate! Woo!
Why does she act like a child? Oh, it's not an actual gate? Maybe she's a child.
Were you expecting actual city gates? It's true, Trian is very playful, but she's the best gatekeeper in Amphorius. Her century gate never fails.
There's actually a chance of failure.
Instead of worrying about gates, why don't you take the time to think about how the three of us are supposed to fend off an entire army?
I mean, it wouldn't be my first time.
That's not like you at all, Mighty. Don't tell me you're scared.
Alright, Century Gate is opening soon. Right now! Snowy, D, and newbie Little Gray, are you all ready?
Let's go slay a god. I need a moment to mentally prepare. Ooh. Let's slay a god.
Slay! Slay!
Hold on. Take this with you.
Nanhun gives March 7th's camera to you.
Record the sights you see on your adventure. For March.
Yes, for March. Wait for my triumphant return. I'll capture all the decisive moments.
Keep yourself safe. And work within your capabilities.
But my powers constantly evolve.
Stand still and listen up. We, Tribi, Trian, and Trinan from Yanisopolis, messengers of the Christos heirs and the demigods who bear Yanis's divine authority, give unto you our blessings. May fate show you benevolence and seal away all paths that lead to dead ends. And throw open all gates that lead to victory.
It's quieter than I expected.
It's corrupted, but still familiar. This is Castrum Krumnos.
Times really have changed. Even Nikedor's own lands are on the verge of collapse. I haven't seen any sign of Titankin.
If even half of Castrum Krumnos' old might remains, it would mean that Aglaya sent us to our deaths. This is the outer city corridor. It used to be heavily guarded by soldiers. Even with the two of us working together, we wouldn't have made it past 30 steps.
What if you headed me to the Count? Is seeing all this making you homesick? Let's not do that.
Think whatever you want.
Yeah, Kremnos used to be the place every warrior longed for. Kind of a shame you didn't live in that era full of strong warriors, eh, Mighty? If all the heroes of the past hadn't fallen one after another, I wouldn't be the only worthy opponent you have left.
Are you scared? It's still not too late to run.
No, I'm just thinking about the warriors who also braved this very corridor in the past. They all ventured towards the city of the Lance of Fury, all just to set their names in gold. The fortress may be in ruins now, but what we're about to do is no different from what they were striving for back then. Let's go. We'll take back the core flame of strife, or die in Kremnos. Those are the only two paths to glory we can choose from. How does it feel to be home again after so long?
Not here. I lived in the inner city.
Oh, as befitting of the Crown Prince of Kremnos.
Yeah, there we go. It's a new chapter zone, so this is probably where I'm going to leave it for now. I can talk to Trienne really quick.
Trienne, the road ahead is dangerous. You should stay here and find a safe place to hide. We'll return once we complete our mission. Then we'll have to trouble you to use the Sentry Gate again, alright?
Got it. Hide so the baddies can't find me.
Is she really a demigod?
Trienne has sacrificed a lot for Amphorius.
Okay, so I'm probably going to leave it off here since it is technically the beginning of a new chapter. I guess if it says I'm going to another place and it's right in front of a possible ending, I might choose to leave it off earlier. For now, I'm still trying to figure it all out for the new style. But we can go to Warp. Last time, I attempted to pull for Tribi, so I think this time I'll do Castris. It might be a good idea to make this shorter too, because the servers were all offline yesterday. Don't know if they're stable yet. I don't want to get into something like the big boss battle and all of a sudden, boom. Okay, we're getting some new, even 3-star style weapons. Then we get Moza. Did I have Moza before? I got a thing, so I was assuming maybe I did. I don't remember. Let's see, characters. He's in here somewhere. I don't want to go too far because I don't want to accidentally, where are you? There you are. Character guide, those are new, which I appreciate. Eidolon's number 1, Oathkeeper. After entering battle, Moza regenerates 20 energy. Each time the additional damage from his talent is triggered, Moza regenerates 2 energy.
Every shadow on the Yao Qing could be me.
Okay, back of his hood. Can't really see much with him, I guess. Which I just realize is the point. But there we go. We've continued further into Amphorius. So next stop will be Wasteland, Hark Back to Glories of Old. But for now, this is where I'm going to call it. Thank you so much to everyone who has joined. Like and subscribe if you'd like to see more Honkai Star Rail. And I hope to see you all in future videos. Bye-bye.